next up in my reflection recommendations is this book, How to Do Nothing, Resisting the Attention Economy by Jenny Odell. So I want to be honest that I think a lot about the books and the movies and the podcasts that I recommend here, and make sure that they're things that I think are universally accessible to lots of different kinds of people. I think the ideas in this book are really important and apply to so many of us. If you use social media, if you've ever wondered, how come I just feel like I cannot pay attention, I can't take notes anymore, which I think a lot of us experience, and this book is relevant to you. Now, I also want to be honest that she does get pretty philosophical. And so sometimes there are moments where I think she's going deep, but it may not always be accessible to every person. So with that in mind, I just still think it's something that we should all grapple with. There are a couple of things I want to mention about the book that I really love. I've turned to it, and part of the reason I'm doing it here in Tanzania on Pemba Island is because I am here scuba diving, working on my book, and trying to slow down enough to actually pay attention and to think hard about what do I want to give my attention to and what do I want to do less of. So I think this book really, really does help you think about those kinds of things. And what I really also love is, honestly, I thought this book was going to be all about how I did this personally and how I did this from, a personal reflection, self-discipline kind of place. And she does talk about that. But she also makes some really interesting links between why we need to be able to pay attention and what that allows us to do and the kind of movements that we need to build and how we need to respond to the moment that we're in. So if you want to read a book that does a good job of connecting a lot of things, you might have to put your thinking cap on a little bit more than most, and you might have to have a dictionary in some instances. But on the whole, I do think she does a really good job of raising some important questions, and I hope that I will do some posts that will reflect on the things that I found in this book and make it even more accessible to folks that, may not know about ancient Greece. All right.